Hi everyone, the question is, let v vector be a vector in the plane such that mod v vector minus I vector is equal to mod v vector minus 2I vector is equal to mod v vector minus j vector, where mod essentially is about the magnitude of these respective vectors inside this so-called mod. Then magnitude of v vector lies in the interval. This mod essentially means magnitude. So you may see v vector as a position vector of certain point, let's say P. And similarly I vector, 2I vector, j vector, you may respectively effectively see it as again representing certain points, position vectors, right? Yeah. So here if you see carefully, essentially I cap, j cap, 2I cap, they are supposed to be, these are supposed to be some the well-known unit vectors I cap, j cap. So I cap represents this point 1, 0, 2I cap represents this point 2, 0, and j cap represents this point 0, 1. Yeah. And v vector I am saying let's say is a position vector of certain point P. So this means what? Let's say this point is A, this point is B, this point is C, and v vector I am saying represents point P, or is position vector of point P. So that means what? Distance PA equal to distance PB is equal to distance PC. So that means P is the center of the circle passing through ABC. That's what point P is, and hence you can get the v vector and hence its magnitude. So here if you see carefully, since AB would be like a chord, point P would lie on the perpendicular bisector of AB. That means what? Here the I cap component, or you may say the x coordinate, so to speak, if you want to compare it to 2D geometry, would be what? 3 by 2. Yeah. So here you may say 3 by 2 I cap. This line, every point has 3 by 2 I cap, as part of its position vector. Yeah. Similarly, you can say, this AC would also be a chord, and you can clearly see the perpendicular bisector of it will be y equal to x line if you want to think in terms of 2D geometry. So that means what? Here the point P, since it is supposed to be center, it will be the point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of both these chords. So here I cap and j cap component are same on this line, and the intersection point essentially will be what? 3 by 2 I cap plus 3 by 2 j cap, or you may say point 3 by 2 comma 3 by 2. Yeah. And that's what the point P would be, and v vector essentially is this. P point is 3 by 2 comma 3 by 2, v vector is essentially 3 by 2 I cap plus 3 by 2 j cap. Yeah. So magnitude of v vector would be what? It will be 3 by 2 times root 2, isn't it, so to speak? That means it is this length OP, magnitude of v vector. So essentially it is 3 by root 2. Now if you see carefully, root 2 is roughly 1.414, 2 root 2 is roughly 2.828. Yeah. So 3 is even more than 2 root 2, and of course less than 3 root 2. Yeah. So that means 3 by root 2 belongs to this interval. You may say it is definitely less than 2, or sorry, it is definitely greater than 2 and less than 3. So it belongs to this interval 2 to 3. So that means C is the answer. Thanks for listening.